Let's get this thing going here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great. Let me just turn on the camera, say hello to everybody. Hopefully, you guys could hear me okay. And in a minute, you'll be able to see me okay. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I certainly am. All right. Let's say hello to everybody. We got David, CJ, Steve. CJ, you and David and Vertuvian are some of the first ones that always come in. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. David, CJ, Steven, Piet de Brock, Spider Monkey. Spider Monkey. How did you get that name, Spider Monkey? Ivano, Vertuvian, Justin, William. Good morning, William. Arnulfo, I hope you're well. Mark, JB, happy Friday. Javad, good to see you. We're done. Uh, John, how are you? Bugs, Vernon, Richard, Jill, Dave, Robert, Mike, Art, Rick, Wardog, Steve, Robert, Timothy, Devin, Wade, Wayne, Pete, Andrew, Bill, Cosmic Spiral, Gregory, Thomas, Eduardo, Matt, Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Harold, Kirk. Hope you're doing well, Kirk. Ray, good morning. Rodolfo, good to see you here. Yes, let's make some money. Robert, Scuba Chris. Scuba Chris, you may have to teach Clyde and myself how to do underwater basket weaving since you're the scuba guy around here. Jody, Ricky, Samson, Moondog is in the house. William, hey, William. Let's top this week in green. I like that, William. I like that. Genevieve, Carlos, Sherman. Good morning, Sherman. Jesse, happy Friday to everybody. Christian, William, Illinois grain farmer, Dave, Doris, JB, Deanna, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Krish, I haven't heard back from Dr. Serena. I'm gonna actually email her over the weekend. David, Mitch, Mitch, I actually posted your question in the channel yesterday because it was a good question. Chris, Steve, Ralph from Atlanta. Peter, good morning, Peter. Natural selection, huh? Spider Monkey, I like that. Yes, Stephen, Kevin, Mark, Walt, Randy, Bob, Anne, Richard. Good morning, Richard. Oh, good luck with that. I hate getting my blood drawn. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. The sassy trainer's in the house. The lady that does it here is really good, though. Lori, Lewis, Bob, Andrew, Tom, Stacy. Good, 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 good. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday, everyone. And I hope you guys had a wonderful week. It wasn't a very eventful week, and there's not a lot moving this week. But let's start off. First of all, before we start off, please make sure that you're watching us in 1080p. A lot of times this quality button right here, the gearbox at the bottom, and I'm sharing my screen so you could see it. It's got a little red HD on it, at least mine does. Make sure it's at 1080p. A lot of times it'll be set at auto and it'll just default to whatever you're streaming. And if you're on a portable device, a lot of time it'll be 480 or 360, which is awful quality. And I'll get an email saying, Roger, I can't see you on YouTube really well. Make sure your quality is we stream at 1080 HD, excuse me, not HP, 1080 HD. So make sure you're set at 1080. It happens to me at work all the time. I have to change it from 720 to 1080. You'll be able to see the video, the charts at a much better quality. It really won't impact the sound, but it does impact the charts substantially. While you're there, if you are benefiting from this, if I'm preventing you from losing money, which would be a good idea, give me a thumbs up. Just do it one time, because if you do it more than once, it negates it. And also, let's say hello to Cam and Gustavo, the Cam and Gustavo, and I'm sure Jax is here too, the Dobie. So, what are the catalysts for today? That's the link to Customer Service Live. Here's the link to VIP room. Today in the VIP room, we're going to be talking income, income, and income. Let me tell you what I'll be talking about in the VIP room today. I got a special agenda for you guys. You guys are going to love this. We got how to trade directional using income strategies. What's the best income strategies in today's markets? How to get double action for your money from a simple time decay. How to position yourself to take advantage of choppiness in the market, and actual trade ideas that we'll put together live in class. How about that? Not bad, right? Here's the link again. They were great yesterday. Good, 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 good. All right. What's the catalyst? All right. So just so you know, I always write my catalysts right here so I don't cheat. Okay. I always write them down and I'm going to tell you them as they are. Very cool. Always fun interviewing Jack. That'll be fun. All right. So catalysts for today. Catalysts for today. Ray wrote PMI, consumer sentiment, Asia markets, Alta, Marvell. You're not that far away. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Turkey Truck. Turkey Truck. That's funny. Okay, so what are the catalysts for today? Tariff uncertainty continues. Obviously, that's huge. Actually, it's starting to turn into a it's starting to turn from a major market mover to a major market uncertainty, which actually calms the markets down. So it's more of like a we know something is happening, but we don't know how bad it'll be versus something dangerous is happening. It's starting to have less of a catalyst. It is. It's starting to have less of much less of a catalyst. Okay, we saw that yesterday when they reneged it, when the appellate court reneged it, and we saw it in the morning. So it is having less of a catalyst. The big catalyst today will be the PCE report, personal income, international trades in goods and services. This will do a 1-2 punch. Chicago PMI and consumer sentiment, and then we have Fed speakers. I don't think the Fed speakers will have much of a factor. I do believe consumer sentiment could have an impact because the market's very vulnerable right now. Hey, Ringo, good morning to you. No, Peter, NVIDIA was the catalyst yesterday. You see, the market had a chance to trade after NVIDIA earnings already came out. The overnight markets already had a chance to trade after NVIDIA earnings came out. Something cannot be a catalyst unless it's like something unknown. Like we don't know how the trade war is going to settle. We already know the earnings on NVIDIA. The market had a chance to arbitrage those, you see? You got to ask yourself this question. Did the market have a chance to trade after the news came out, Peter? That's the question. Yes, that's not a catalyst, him meeting with Powell. That's just political nonsense. If it's not I don't really care about politics unless it's moving the market, folks. I want you to understand. You may think I'm talking about politics, but I'm talking about the markets. Okay? I'm not talking about, the last thing I want to do here is talk about politics. Usually bar chart doesn't even mention politics, but now it's like front page all over it because it's influencing the market. Do your Mr. Jones. So again, I just want to make sure you understand it, Peter. Peter, I want to make sure you understand. Marvell is a catalyst. Marvell hasn't had the market hasn't had a chance to trade since Marvell had earnings. Dell had earnings. So here are the catalysts, okay? Let me give you the catalysts, okay? No, it's not going to impact any of the Fed speakers or anything like that. They just basically, he told them that the same thing he tells everybody else. There was nothing new that we learned from that meeting, except that Powell is just going to do what he's going to do and he's not going to let politics decide the market. Did we not know that already? We did. So what's new there? It has to be something new, and then the market has to appraise it into its price. Did Powell say anything new yesterday that we didn't know? No, he said exactly the same thing he's been saying for years. Was the market trading during the time he was in the White House? Yes. Did the market trade after he was in the White House? Then how could it be a catalyst? Did the overnight markets have a chance to trade after him? Do you see? It's real simple. Ask yourself the following questions. Okay. Here's how you know if something is a catalyst, guys. And honestly, I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to really like make you guys understand this. Okay. So is this news something new? Yes or no? Is this news something that the market had a chance to already price into its value? Yes or no? Did Nvidia come out already? Yes. Is all the news out? Yes. Has the market had a chance to trade on it? Yes. It's no longer a catalyst. Powell in the White House. Was the market open while they were talking? Yes. Did Powell say something new? No. Did the market have a chance to trade after that event? Yes. Could it be a catalyst? No. You see what I mean? This is not like Roger thinks it's a catalyst. This is an objective test that you can ask yourself. Did we learn anything new? No. Did this impact the market in any way afterwards? We know it didn't because the market traded afterwards. So it can't be a catalyst. You understand? So so um so again, I don't care why the market is falling right now. It doesn't matter. I care about what I'm saying right now, and I want to make sure you guys understand what a catalyst is. Because if you don't understand what a catalyst is, then how the hell can you gauge the opening? Yeah, and it's not about whether I'm right or wrong. It's about you guys understanding this, okay? So I want to make sure you guys understand what a catalyst is. Ask yourself two questions. Is there anything new here? And had the market had a chance to trade afterwards? It's a two-pronged question. Is there anything new here? And has the market had a chance to trade afterwards? If the answer is no, yes, then what? Okay. So let me give you what is this? Why are people keep talking about this SBT? Who gave you this crazy stock, SBT? It wasn't me, I'll tell you that. Told Trump that he will not discuss monetary policy with him. Right. He told him that it's separate, that it's none of your business. It's not political. It's exactly what he's been saying for years. He said it already many times that there's a separation between the branches. There's nothing new here. And the market had a chance. So here. Let's say that we found out something new yesterday. Okay, fine. I'll give you that. Did the market have a chance to trade afterwards? So it doesn't really matter. It's already priced in. Remember, it's a two-pronged test. Is there anything new there? And had the market had a chance to trade afterwards? Folks, this isn't complicated. It's real simple. I don't want to have to spend a lot of time on it, but in a way, I have to because you guys aren't getting it. So I want to make sure you guys understand it, okay? Okay? It's real simple. First, the worst thing you can do is create a catalyst out of thin air, okay? Don't do that. So, have we had a chance to know what the PCE data is yet? No, we have not. Consumer confidence sentiment has it come out yet? No. Has the PMI come out yet? No. We don't know what these three reports will be, and the market has not had a chance to trade afterwards. See, no and no. Retail, Gap and Ulta. Are Gap and Ulta that important? No, of course not. But they're retail. They're retailers, and they're not just regular retailers. They're they're like brick and mortar retailers. That's what we're really concerned about right now. Chips, Marvell, to a lesser degree, Dell and Zscaler. That's just more of like a broad chip. Let's just say technology with a focus on chips. Dell and Zscaler, very, very small catalyst. So what are the major catalysts? I wrote them down for you right here. Right there on top, right here. You could see them right here. PCE, consumer sentiment, PMI, right here. What's the next one? Gap, Ulta, Chips, Marvell, and cybersecurity, Dell with a small one. Those are the catalysts today. So again, just ask yourself, do we know this news? Is this something that we already know? If And has the market had a chance to trade afterwards? Okay. Kirk, earnings, didn't like the earnings, but the market hasn't had a chance to trade on it yet. See? Is it new information, Kirk? Yes. Did we know about that information yesterday? No, it was earnings. Did the market have a chance to trade afterwards? No. Do you understand? Folks, it doesn't change. If a market had a chance to trade for 10 minutes after the news came out, it's priced into the market. Capiche? The majority of this uncertainty with tariffs is not what's driving price today. Overall, it's driving price, but it's not a new catalyst today, okay? And I'm sorry I have to spend so much time on this, but if you don't know what the catalysts are, then how the hell are you going to know what's moving the market? Answer me that question, okay? Real important. All right, let me give you some more links. This is the link to the 1 o'clock class. I'm going to show everybody some real cool income stuff today. It's going to be right after the VIP room. It'll be in the same room. Going to have a really cool class today. I promise you. Here's thank you, Bob. Thank you for doing God's work. I appreciate it. Good morning, James. Hey, Carlos. Let me give you customer service live. So just two links today. We'll do the webinar in customer service room, okay? There you go. All right. Perfect, perfect. I love when a plan comes together. I mean, what's the point of having two different links, right? We just give you one and that's more than enough. Let me turn on my bar chart, TC 2000, so I could look at the market in real time, so we can look at the reaction from the PC together. Okay. Come on, TC 2000. Oops. There it is. Bear with me. Ooh, look at Cardinal Health this morning. Went up to 156. I'm just looking around. QQQ just took off. Now coming back up. TLT down. Something must have come out. I don't know what the news came out. If you guys know what the news came out, please let me know. But something must have come out. It's not 8:30 yet, though. But we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay. There it is. There's the Nasdaq down 100 points. Does anybody know? Does anybody know what news came out? Does anybody know what just came out? If you guys do, please tell me. It would only help us out. Let us know. Let us know what it was. If you guys know what it was. And also expect a lot of volatility, okay? To be Carlos, I don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. I wish I did. I really wish I did. Can you imagine? I lived in Los Angeles all my life. German eyes 10% digital tax on global tech groups? Oy vey. That's not good. That's not good. Truth Social. What was on Truth Social? Can someone tell me? I'll continue, but if you guys find out what it is, please let me know. Trump, of course. What did he say? Can someone tell me what he said? Just so I know. Trump and tariffs. Just a quick 3 second. Can somebody tell me a 3 second version? So I don't want to get into Trump and I'm really like burned from talking about it already. U.S. and China talk a bit. Yeah, that's old news. No, that's China didn't violate anything. There's no agreement. Oh, look, let me show you something. Hold on one sec. What happened to my sheet? Didn't I highlight it today? Oh my God, I didn't highlight my sheet today. How could that be? Ooh, that's the first time I haven't done that. I'm slipping. So let me just do this live with you today, okay? Let's go through this together. Let me first go through the indexes and we'll go through this together. Good morning. How about SB? Ringo, I don't know what SBET is. I don't know who recommended this SBET, and I'm not talking about stocks here. When I talk about stocks, I'll let you know. Okay, so futures are down right now. Dow's down about only about 240 points. We know we have a lot of Fed data. I really don't know what Trump just said about tariffs, but we'll find out very soon. The US dollar is still below par. China is down. China is. Remember, I told you we have a symmetrical triangle, and I told you that if we break down, we're going to hit the 50-day moving average. We already started breaking down, as you can see right here. U.S. stocks likely to open lower as appeals court. No, that's the market has uncertain. No, that's old news. That's old news. Nice guys off. Fast. Trump said, "Mr. Nice Guy off. Fast deal canceled." I don't even know what that means. No, I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm going to reach out to her today. I don't trade those Momo stocks, guys. SBT. I don't think that's one of my stocks. Who gave you this SBT stock? Tell me. Ringo and David, who gave you this SBT stock? Please tell me where you heard of this SBT stock from. Okay, gold. Gold is still hovering along. Nothing really negative here. Same analysis as before. I like gold above 33.69. Yeah, I don't follow those stocks. I don't follow those stocks, guys. And Bloomberg and tariffs staying is, we already know that. That's not a new news. There's got to be something new here. The market wouldn't drop 220 points on him saying something that the court already said yesterday. There has to be something new here. There has to be a new catalyst, okay? All right. Bond market. Bond market is moving, it's not respecting the 8-day, which is really good. I like that. That means lower yield. I like how it's staying above the 8-day EMA. This is good. I'm hoping that it's not going to break and come down here. I drew this line for you before coming live today. This is my line in the sand, this black line, kind of like I did for US dollar. See this line right here? As long as we stay above this line and above this area, we're okay. If we go here, we're not okay. I mean, this is not great that we're at 99, but we're near 100 at least. We're very close to 100. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. All right. So crude oil. Crude oil is doing nothing, but it looks like it's coming off here. Crude oil coming off is not really good for the US dollar. And US dollar is not, it's not really good for either of those two things. This tells us we're getting into less economic demand for crude oil and economy is weakening. Also, existing home sales. Here, let me just say something here. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Cam just posted it for me. 2 weeks ago, China grave economic danger, the very high tariffs in order to. Oh, okay. Basically, he's mad about China again. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay, we need to break this level. Once we break this level, we got downside. Ringo, what is it with you and SBT? It's not my stock. It's not my stock. I have nothing to do with this stock. Please stop telling me what stock I need to look at and what stock I don't need to look at. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is starting to sell off. Now, would I be selling Bitcoin here? No, it's too high up, and there's a good chance we'll rebound and start coming back up. Okay, I wouldn't be selling Bitcoin here. I would be waiting to see if we break this level down here. Let me draw this for you. And also, I'm not looking at stocks yet, Ringo. Ringo, I'll tell you what, I'll look at it after I'm done, okay? After I'm done with everything, I'll look at it, okay? How about that? Let's see. All right. So be careful here. Be careful. Be careful. If you're going to short Bitcoin, remember we have a lot of support right here. When we get to right here, that's your profit target. Be careful. We may consolidate and start coming back up because this trend is pretty strong. So I would be careful. This is our first day, and this is just pre-market. The market hasn't opened yet. So I want to see what it does today. We could just be sitting right at the eighth day for the next 5 days. Okay. I told you I'll give it to you, Ringo. Take it easy. All right. Let's put everything together. I can't believe that I didn't highlight. I did highlight it, but it erased it. So I'll do it again with you guys here. Let me see what the bond market's doing right now. Yeah, bond market is just, it went up a little bit and now it's back to where it was. SPY is a little bit lower. The Dow is lower. How many times did I tell you guys don't go jumping into aggressive stocks right now? This is not that time of time. This is not that kind of time. All right. Investors are grappled with fresh uncertainty surrounding President Trump's first line policies and look first paragraph tariffs and people want me to stop talking about politics. The first sentence, President Trump's tariffs. Folks, how can I? When he sticks his nose out of it, I'll stick my nose out of it. Did you just see the impact that his little comment about tariffs had on on the market? It's obviously driving the markets. You want me to just ignore the pink elephant in the room? That would be retarded of me. U.S. federal court appeals ordered President Trump to remain in place. The appeals, while the appeal takes place. By the way, two of those judges were Republican judges. They were not Democrats. Only one was a Democratic judge. Could still appeal, but also pursue other alternatives. Wall Street reported here. This is interesting. That administration is waiting a temporary measure to impose tariffs on a large part of global economy using existing law that permits duties of up to 15%, but only for 150 days. So that's really not here nor there. Uh, Nvidia was up yesterday. Now you see, Peter, look, see how we're reading about Nvidia, what already happened? That happened before the market opened yesterday. The market had a full day and night session to price this in. Okay. Elf Beauty, Bieber's wife is going to become a billionaire. That's fantastic. I'm more concerned with the fact that these are these are stores. These are stores. It's very important. Uh, HP slumped. That's not that big of a company. Here, let's make this a different color. Thursday economic contracted 0.3%. Now here, April pending home sales fell, largest decline in 2.5 years. Sellers are outpacing home buyers right now by 3 to 4 to 1. Okay. Historic and more current data brought no surprises. Blah blah blah. Here, tariffs, core China, Nvidia yield, equity market. Same things that I've been talking about. Jerome Powell met with Trump. We didn't learn anything new here. The Fed said policy dependent entirely on economic information and what it means for outlook. Like that's what he's been saying forever. There's nothing new here. Trump meeting with Powell is not a catalyst. Um, Here, what do our Feds say? The trade policy could steer U.S. economy back into pre-tariff path. Yeah, it will, paving the way for officials to cut rates. They will. They will. If you have full stable employment, inflation going to target, rates come down where they could eventually settle. President Dolly said, a good place to keep driving inflation down. Logan indicated it could be some time before policymakers understand how economy will respond. Basically, there's clouds in the sky. There's not going to be any Fed adjustment in the next meeting. Today, we got PCE coming out. It should be coming out in just a few seconds. Let me gear up the bond market for this. Here is the bond market, so we can keep an eye on it. Please let me know when the report comes out. We care about this number, right? These two numbers right here. We don't really care about these numbers. They mean very, very little. But personal income is up. That's good. I want to know how D's numbers will be right here. Ooh, the bond market is not happy. Ay, caramba. Let's see how chips are doing. Chips are moving up. Let's see how SPY is moving. SPY's flat. Bond market breaking down. Remember, I told you, don't judge the bond market by 1 or 2 days. We may be going back down. Let's see what the number is. It hasn't been reported. Bonds are not liking this. Whatever the number is, bonds are not liking this. Okay. Bonds are not liking this. We'll get back to this in a minute. And again, I care about this number right here. I care about core PCE prices getting below 2.6 and the index getting below 2.3. That's what I really care about. Okay, here we go. This is beautiful, and this is beautiful. See, 2.3, 2.1 is better than 2.3, and 2.5 is better than 2.6. I'll take it. I'll take it. The bond market is not happy about this. It means interest rates will stay higher for longer because the data's good. But this shouldn't impact the stock market negatively. This is actually pretty good for the stock market. Okay. All right. We have that. International trades. Let's see what our deficit is. Survey says nothing yet. All right. Let's continue with our little spiel here that I'm doing for you guys in real time. Yep. 2.1. Better than expected. Okay. We already had that. We got consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. Wholesale inventories, PMI. This will be interesting report right here. We got Fed speakers today. Europe. Let's see what does Europe have to say for us? They're up. They're supporting U.S. markets. Keep a close tab on the outlook for global trade. Real estate, chemical stocks led the decline. Still, gains were limited and uncertainty over U.S. tariffs. U.S. federal court granted. See, first paragraph, tariffs. Folks, whenever you see something in the first paragraph, that's usually a catalyst. China closed lower as renewed concerns over U.S. tariffs weighed on sentiment. First thing. First thing. Also, let me tell you something that's really bad. Trade negotiations with China are a bit stalled. And the securing a deal will likely require direct involvement with President Trump. What this means is they're not doing so well. That means they're not making much progress. They don't need to make progress. So far, U.S. is negotiating with themselves. Okay. Japan closed lower, continued uncertainty over U.S. tariffs. I'm just reading the first sentence to you. Do you think tariffs are still moving the market with it being in the first sentence? Here, 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 and here, global economy. What do you guys think? I think so. Am I going to stop talking about them? Of course, the minute these morons stop talking about them. All right. Chips related stocks declined on Friday in Japan, reinstated tariffs. Sentiment was dampened. U.S. appeals court, basically, they're not doing so well. So global markets are kind of not here, not there. They're not really giving us much to work with. Europe is up a little bit. China closed lower. Japan closed lower. Ulta up 7%. That's a retailer. Guidance, full year guidance. They raised it. That's a retailer. That's a brick and mortar store. Gap down 15%. Warned investors that tariffs could reduce full year profit only $100 million. Now, folks, $100 million may not seem like a lot of money. That's a lot of money for this store. And you know who's going to pay this $100 million? You. Marvel, pre-market trading, semiconductor resulted guidance fell to impress. Not good. Not good for chip stocks. Chips is a catalyst. How are chips doing right now? You may ask. They're actually down 0.34. They're flat. Let's see how Marvell is doing. Marvell is down 4%. NVIDIA is flat. SMH is flat. QQQ is down 0.22. Bonds are down 0.27. But I don't like this bonds being down. Coming right back down. They're going to come right back down probably to the 8 day. All right. Let's talk about stocks, shall we? Implied volatility. What is implied volatility doing? It's at almost at 20. Oh boy, that's not good. Do we have a fast moving market? Do we have a lot of stocks moving? Well, let's see. Wow, 35 stocks making 52-week highs. Now, I want you to realize something. This is all stocks between $20 and $5,000 that are not ETFs that have a volume of over $300,000, 300,000 per day, which is nothing. So I took every stock that's making a 52-week high between $20 and $5,000 that's has volume. That's pretty much every stock that has a heartbeat over $20. There are 35 stocks making 52-week highs. Same criteria. 8 stocks making 20-week highs. How about 50-day high? That's a 2-month high. 41 stocks. 41 stocks. Do you think you have a fast moving market here? No. Oh, joy. Good, good. Him and Elon will be together. Very, very nice. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Okay, good, 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 good. Nice looking stock, by the way. I'm noticing stocks on my list. AVGO looks really nice. Nvidia looks really nice. Hey, these two chip stocks look pretty nice. I gotta be honest with you. That looks really good. Okay, what do I know? 90-day highs, 50 stocks. How about 90-day lows? 12 stocks, folks. What does that mean? It means the stocks are doing this right now. Folks, you could be the best stock picker in the world, but if you have 14 stocks breaking down, how are you going to find some short stocks to play? If you have 28 stocks or 50 stocks making 50-day highs out of 2,000, how the hell are you going to find good stocks to play? Okay. SBT is in its own little world. Institutions don't trade that stock. Institutions don't trade small cap stocks. They're too big for that. I mean, they may have a very little exposure, but they're not going to hold a lot of it. Let me see what the bond market's doing. Yeah, still breaking down. SMH just sitting there. All right, we'll see what happens. So far, just choppiness, choppiness. So volatility is still in very big danger zone. There are no stocks moving. Roger, you told me the pit is going to have 1 to 2 trades a day. 1 to 2 trades a day. You've had like 1 or 2 trades this week. Yes, because there's nothing moving. There are no stocks to choose from. My short list has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks today. Look at my short list. 5 stocks on my short list. 5. That's my entire watch list. Okay. Let me continue. SPY. Let's look at the SPY. What are we doing here? I drew this line for you yesterday. We were here yesterday morning and I said it's pre-morning. Let's see where we open and if we break this area. Were we able? So folks, I have a question for you. Were we able to break the trend line? Let me make it a little closer for you. Were we able to break the trend line? This is today. This is yesterday. Were we able to break that area that I drew for you a week ago? If you were here watching this yesterday or the day before, when we were here opening up right here pre-open, then you would have known that we opened right here and we did not break this area. Scott, I'll be talking about condors at noon today and at 1 o'clock. Today, your 12 o'clock show and 1 o'clock show, I'm going to talk 2 hours straight about credit spreads and iron condors and how great they are in the current market and why I've been using them. Okay? Here's the link for that, by the way. Join me at noon. It'll be a 2 hour special event. I'm not kidding. It'll be a 2 hour special event. It'll be very cool. You guys are going to love it. We're going to put together some spreads together, okay? Hey, Eagle Beagle, good to see you. Let's look at QQQ. By the way, when did I draw this for you? Like a week and a half ago. When did I draw this line for you? Like a week ago. Did we break above that line? No. How much money would it be worth for you to know yesterday when we were right here pre-opening that we actually did not break this yesterday? How about SMH? Let's look at SMH. Did we break this level yesterday? Do you remember I drew and showed you this yesterday? And told you yesterday, be very careful because pre-open we're up here. But let's see where we're going to open and where we're going to go today. Trader Joe yesterday, FOMO Joe got in long yesterday here. Did we go long yesterday here? No, we waited till almost half the session was over and we bought one chip stock and we sold it within half an hour. Look at where we're now at the 8-day. Remember I told you we need to come back to the 8-day before going higher? I said keep an eye on this area, keep an eye whether we close above this area, and keep an eye whether we test the 8-day EMA. We're now testing the 8-day EMA. The question now is, are we going to build higher or are we going to continue staying in this range? Now, I want you to answer this question after looking at this. Now, this is what I mean. Now, folks, I'm about to show you something very important. And this is an example of what I mean by we're watching a soap opera every day. And if you watch it long enough, you will start seeing the next scene before it happens. Watch this. How many stocks are making 50-day highs and lows? Over 100? No. How many stocks are making 90-day highs? Over 100? How many stocks are making 52-week highs? Do we have any momentum? No. Then Uncle Roger shows you this chart and asks you the following question. Are we going to stay here or are we going to break out? What did I just show you a minute ago? Do we have momentum? You see how combining two unrelated things. Look at what I just did. I showed you a chart of a market we couldn't break yesterday. Previous to that, I showed you a chart of the number of stocks making highs and lows. Do you understand how this scene of a movie plays into this scene of the movie? You guys just saw two unrelated scenes of a movie. You saw how many stocks are going higher or lower. We can even put in another scene to this movie. How about we bring in this scene? Do we have clear directional bias? Let's see. Nope. Remember I told you this is going to get all over the place? Communication services. Bitcoin is now in the last. Remember Bitcoin was up here? Bitcoin's down here. Semiconductors are now in the middle. QQQ still up here. We're all over the place. We don't have we have sector fragmentation, which completely goes in line with very few stocks continuously going higher or lower. So after seeing this scene and after seeing this scene, I show you this scene and I ask you a question. And I ask you, do you think the odds are higher that we're going to break out or the odds are higher we're going to consolidate? Do you guys just see what I did for you? I'm sticking here for a reason. I showed you two unrelated movie scenes, and I'm asking you to make me the third one. Are the odds high we're going to break out or continue consolidating in light of the fact that there are no stocks moving and we have complete fragmentation? Does anybody not understand what I just did for you? If you don't understand, please write, do not understand. Most of you should have fireworks coming out of your head right now going, Roger, you just explained to me exactly what's going to happen today. If you don't understand that, no, Bob, no, not at all. It means you don't understand it or you understand it. I think you were saying it's not going to go anywhere. I think that's what you're saying. Yes. Hey, Angie, I haven't seen you in a few days. I was going to reach out to you. Good to see you. Welcome. More likely consolidate, right? So Do you remember I told you that every day we watch the same movie? And after watching it several times, you are going to be able to tell me the next part of the plan. Boyd says, seemed to me that means no real catalyst for today. That's right. Look, you got a choppy market and you have no stocks breaking out. Duh. And you've got volatility at VIX at 20. And you have SMH and all the other sectors doing the same. Now, folks, what I just showed you is professional level trading stuff. Being able to put that together. Good. Do you understand, Lisa, how we're watching a movie and the movie, it's the same movie every day. Same movie every day. But we just keep moving it forward every day. So, yes, we could have a major breakout today. We could, but is it likely? So let's paint a picture. Let me paint a picture for you guys. We have no stocks moving. We have sectors that are completely fragmented. Semiconductors are choppy. SPY is choppy, as you could see right here. SMH is choppy. Dow Jones hasn't even had a chance to break out yet. And you should watch what if you don't understand this, and it seems like you don't, and that's okay, Anne. My suggestion is to take this video and watch it carefully and come here every day because you will see that we do the same thing every day. I'm the most boring instructor you will ever find in your life. I talk about the same thing every single day. The same boring thing every day. But our audience keeps growing because the market doesn't have that many cards to play. So let's create a picture out of all of this. Let's create a picture, Anne, out of everything we've seen so far. I'm not picking on you. I'm trying to help you. So, so what are sectors doing? Nothing. Okay. Sectors are choppy. Check mark for choppiness. What's the VIX doing? Yeah, it's doing a lot, right? But even though it's not doing anything, it's near 20. Big warning, red flag. Are sectors congruent? Do we have all the technology sectors here? We have retail, consumer discretionary, but we have Russell 2000, QQQ, financial, semiconductors. I mean, maybe a little interest rate sensitivity, but not too much. Not a lot. We don't have QQQ next to SMH next to discretion. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. You know what I mean, Boyd? Boring in a good way, not boring in a bad way. So you have no okay. What about individual stocks? Are they moving? No, they're not. So let me get this straight. Bitcoin is coming off. Volatility is high. We still have another report today. It's Friday. Friday things tend to peak out around 2 o'clock, and most of our sectors are completely in the chop. Let's look at technology. Okay. So, is there anything here pointing? Is there any? Yeah, we need a villain in this movie, Gregory. We need a villain. Used to be Powell for a while. We got to make a villain. So, now let me give you stocks. And now the question is going to be, are there a lot of speculative stocks moving? So, let me give you my stocks to the short list, long list, and then I'll put everything together. Okay? Jack in the box. Roger, how come you're not giving us trades every 5 seconds? Why do you think? Jack in the Box is going down. That's a retailer. That's a food retailer. How about Wendy's? You guys saw that thing I posted for you guys yesterday? Where's the beef? That's my favorite commercial of all time. By the way, bonds are coming back. Okay. Wendy's to the downside. Sky to the downside. Let's look at Sky. Champion. And when markets are bullish, it's really easy to find bearish stocks because everything's moving higher. So you could really see relative weakness really easily. I don't think the stock has good liquidity, but it's a nice looking stock. Now let me show you upside. Now, when I'm showing you these stocks, you should be asking yourself, what type of stocks are breaking out? Are they speculative stocks? Are they blue chip stocks? Are they defensive stocks? That's what you need to ask yourself. And sometimes I seem like I'm getting into politics, but I'm not. I'm only talking about what's driving the market. Okay. And if politics are not driving the market, it'll be the last thing you hear me talk about. Or if let me give you an example. This thing that's going on with Harvard right now, I won't talk about it. You know why? Because it has no impact on the market. It's political, yes, but it has no impact on the market. Hence, I don't care about it. I only care about political stuff that's directly impacting the market, like tariffs. If it's not impacting the market, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even going to read it most of the time. Okay. So choppiness in GE. That's an industrial stock. This is not your Nvidia, and also Rock. They're related, so you got to be careful here, okay? And I will look at that SBT stock you wanted me to look at. Just give me a second. Rockwell. Industrial stocks are still moving. Not That's a pretty defensive stock. How about APH? What kind of stock is this? That's a defensive stock. Let's see what they do for. I don't know what they do, so let's see what they do. Electronic connection manufacturers, electronic fiber optics. This is not a technology stock. It's more of like a cable information technology stock. So more of an industrial stock. They lay fiber optics, I guess, for businesses. That's more of an industrial stock. USFD. Is this a very speculative stock? No, this isn't a speculative stock. Now, this is a speculative stock. I'm a little surprised that it's doing this, but I love this stock. It's one of my favorite stocks of all time. Seagate. eBay looks good. Not a day trading stock. This Look at how wicky it is. You see all these wicks. When you see a stock with wicks like this, forget about day trading it. Swing trading, yes, not day trading. Okay, too wicky, and you should be able to see it right away. Easier to see on a white background for me too. By the way, I didn't say that, Ann. I'm giving you all the stocks to look at, but not much to trade today. TD, I warned you about this like 2 weeks ago. It's been going straight up. Look, tell me I didn't warn you about this stock. I beg you to tell me I didn't warn you about this stock. VRNA, I did. Nice looking stock, very nice swing trading looking stock. GRPN. These are all the stocks and that I'm going to be looking at. Groupon. I hear they're giving discount. I hear they're giving coupons on tariffs. That's a joke. And Grind, GRND, Grind is grinding higher. Let's see if Grind is still grinding higher. Yeah, still looks pretty good. Got to have a little entertainment here with you guys, right? And I really love this stock. I like how it's looking. I don't know how optionable it is, but I love how it's looking right now. So those are all the stocks that I have on my list. I think gold is holding on steady. I already mentioned gold. I told you to buy gold when it goes above right here, 33.56. You should now have two positions on gold, one from right here and one from right here, and you should be holding steady with the idea of liquidating when we get back to 34.54. And with Trump doing some talking this morning on his social media, gold should see some upside. Markets right now, the Dow right now is down 0.26. It's doing nothing. SMH is down 0.43, doing nothing. SPY is down 0.34, doing nothing. Bond market is flat, literally flat right now. Yeah, like flat, like flat. Let me take a look at Boeing. This is one of the Caterpillar and Boeing, folks. are two of the most difficult stocks to trade. Where's Boeing? What's going on here? The market makers for these stocks are really good. So there could be some more upside here. Now, somebody wanted me to look at SB. What was the name of that? What was that stock? SB something? What was the name of that stock? And then I got to get out of here. What was that? SBT, was it? Was it this? SBAT? So why are we looking at this stock? Like what's in it for us? How can you gauge this stock? There's no institutions trading this stock. I wouldn't trade this stock with Clyde's money. Yeah, SBT. I wouldn't trade this stock with Clyde's money. This if you trade these stocks, you will be in the poorhouse soon enough. I promise you that. You wanted me to look at RSG? Nothing like a good garbage stock on a Friday, right? Beautiful. That's a nice looking stock. That's a nice looking stock. Really nice looking stock. Yay. Who recommended it? Who said it? CJ. Nice looking stock. Let's add it to our watch list. Okay, guys. I hope you have a fantastic. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to have a 2 hour income class today in the VIP room. It'll be a lot of fun. Let me give you some links before we go. Oh yeah, Clyde is a meister. Let me tell you, he has a savings account. Let me give you a link to Cam. I'm still getting over that kangaroo Cam, the assistant kangaroo. Here is the link for the class VIP room. Here is the link for customer service live. He's definitely in my will, Boyd. He's definitely in my will. So that's customer service live. They're going to be interviewing Jack Harder today, and Jack Harder is an income trader, and I'll be talking about income for 2 hours today. For 2 hours today, it was a great session. Hopefully, I didn't insult anybody with my deep political discussions. I hope you have a baboom day today. I wish everybody a baboom day, and I hope you guys make money. All right, guys. Thank you, Gustavo, and give Jax a big kiss for us. Okay, put a bow tie on him and send us a picture. I want to see that dog in a bow tie. Bye, guys. Have a great day. Yep, Kirk. We'll take a look at SMCI for those who still have that spread. Yep, Ringo. I did it, Ringo. I showed you the stock. Bye, guys. I'm going to work. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Remember, a 2 hour income special, courtesy of Uncle Roger. Bye, guys. Be careful, guys, today. The market's going to start out real slow, and it may not even go anywhere. Be careful. Be really careful today. Bye, guys. Look, I have your best interests in mind, and the last thing I want to do is give you guys trades that won't make you make money. So I'd rather not give you anything